All right, I am here. So, this is the first time I have tried to use StreamYard while out for a walk. So, we have had the best week with the Mondax Summit. Tonight is Wednesday, so we're coming on to day 3. We'll have some exciting presenters again tonight. Monday and Tuesday replay is already loaded, so you have access in the vault, so in the members area on my website. I am out walking. The dog and I just couldn't stay in the house, and I needed to get live. So I love how just going for a nice walk helps me center my thoughts, get ready for tonight's presentation, get a little sunlight in, get a little movement. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. 43, no wind. I'm going uphill right now, so stay with me. The summit Monday night, we had it opened with Rihanna Peterson, who is my beautiful daughter. She talked about healing emotionally and really getting comfortable with your vulnerability, like really to be emotional, vulnerable. That's that's a mouthful, and then it's really a mouthful to say when you're walking uphill. So, and that was a great way to start the summit. Like anything that you do, not everything goes as planned. I originally, I reached out to so many people, um, professionals, wellness professionals, with the invite, and I was so pleased with the 16 people plus myself that responded, that have something to say to our community. So in the Mondac, things are changing. Ideas are shifting. We're really years already since I suppose it has been, if not longer, but things are changing so fast in our country, in the world. Just people's ideas are really, really rapidly changing. People are feeling back old mindsets, old narratives. Are, I hate to use negative words, but like angry in a sense, or tired of being lied to, or feeling like they've been lied to. Let's see. I don't think I can switch my screen around on this, but I thought maybe you guys might want to say hi to these guys. Hey, horses! What's up? Hi, guys. And then there's the dog. You run that risk of taking the indoor dog for a walk when it's muddy, but you can't keep him inside, right? So, anyway, mindset. A lot of people are thinking differently. I'm getting across the cattle guard. A lot of people are thinking differently. I did Sydney Health Center. I invited the local government establishment, mental health. I invited them all to partake in this summit, and I would have gladly welcome them. So this isn't about one side versus another, because as humans, it just can't be that way, especially in a small community where we don't have that many choices. We don't have that many avenues of support. That that being said, that is really what the summit is all about, is pulling out of the woodwork these amazing people in the Mondack, amazing practitioners that a lot of people just don't know about. A lot of people, maybe you're on TikTok or you're on Instagram or whatever social media, and you see the gurus, like the Human Garage guy, or who I can't even think, Josh Axe, Dr. Axe, or Barbara O'Neill, or these big guys, Dr. Artis, these big gurus, that are really out there on the socials. They're building teams, they're training coaches. But what I really hope that you realize is there's people right here in the Mondack. I'm not saying I have the same knowledge as Dr. Axe or Dr. Artis. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Dr. Keller has that same knowledge. What I am saying is that there are people right here in the Mondack that are on that level of support. All right, so I see baby steps that are here, people that you can reach out to. Okay, cattle guard. That people that you can reach out to support you here in the Mondack. That they might not have as big a name as those doctors, that are paying millions for advertising to stay in front of you. But I can tell you, they've got the passion. They do have the knowledge to help you, and they are available. So the Mondack Wellness Summit is all about showcasing them and telling you what your options are. Now, when I originally came up with this idea in the middle of the night for the summit, I was about to load up my car to go to Williston for a vendor show, which I appreciate vendor shows. I appreciate the people who put them on and how much work they are. But myself as a vendor, it is super hard to have really meaningful conversations with people. One, I don't think people come out of their house to attend those things like they used to. And maybe that's not post-COVID climate, or maybe it is. But people have just changed. We are getting together in person less, right? Like when I was a kid, even when I was in my 20s, as a young wife, we did Tupperware parties. You had Mary Kay parties. You had home interior parties where people went to your houses and they got together. Women had club. They had community circles where they got together and did canning, or they did sewing projects, and things like that are just different. People think they're too busy for all of that. You have crowds of people that are entwined for seasons, like say the kids, the parents that you sit with in the bleachers during whatever sport your kid is in. Maybe you have casual conversations. Maybe you go to church in person still and you have a group there. But anyway, I was gonna pack up my car to go to a vendor show, and I'm not against that. I'll do it again. And what I do, I've got some really unique healing modalities that this is how you try to tell people about it, right? So I was gonna go to this vendor show, and well, one, you're hoping people do come out of their house and show up, which you don't know if they will. But then as a vendor, I'm not that outgoing. Like, I do a lot of videos here, and I don't mind talking to myself, talking to you, talking to the camera. But like at a vendor show, I'm not that outgoing. I'm not the person who is going to, stand out in front of my table and grab you by the arm and say, "Come over here. I want to tell you how awesome my business is." That's just not how I am. So vendor shows for my personality type are difficult. Like, some people really excel there. Me, not so much. Like I said, one, you have to get the audience there in the first place. And then two, you have to come out of your shell and talk to them. But in my experience, most people who go to vendor shows walk around with their head down, afraid to make eye contact with you, because like they're there, yet that one-on-one intimacy, like that face-to-face conversation at that vendor table, is really hard for people. It's awkward. So while I was sleeping or not sleeping, I do that a lot, and brainstorming about how this could be different for myself as someone who has really cool business and something to say, as well as the audience who might want to hear it. Like a couple years ago, we were doing something similar in Sydney, and I talked the chamber into like doing a mini TED Talks. I'm like, give me the stage. Like, the one-on-one conversations can be uncomfortable, but I don't care. Give me the stage. I can talk to myself all day long. And we did, and I enjoyed that as a giving a presentation, but there's like nobody there to hear it. The attendance was really poor. It was on a Thursday night. It wasn't like last minute, but it wasn't planned out far enough in advance. So the idea was right. The marketing just wasn't there. So that's where I dreamed up this wellness summit to get local providers out of the woodwork and showcase what they have to do. My battery says 10%. So that's what I did. I'm like, I've got all the things. I've got the video to do this. I've got the funnel on my website. I've got some email contacts to start out with. And so I just did. And I got 16 awesome presenters to come on board with me. So, and myself. My original idea, I wanted to have it hybrid. I wanted to have also an in-person after the week was over, that we would have the opportunity to meet in person and have that one-on-one conversation. I wanted to do like a speed dating with the presenters where you would go from table to table and ask your Q&A. Well, I chickened out. So I started it out like that. And this is my first event that I've ever put on. So this is me being like totally honest and transparent, and really putting myself out there. Like, this is a new idea. People are doing this, in other places, like big names and whatever, but not here. That's pretty new for the Mondack. It's pretty up and coming. They're pretty edgy. So anyway, those tickets were not selling like I hoped they would. And the ticket sales were, one, to pay for that VIP event, but two, to get a nonprofit going. I would really like to get a nonprofit scholarship program for people in the Mondack to work with providers like myself. So anyway, we had been advertising really hard for this thing for a good 3 weeks, if not 4 weeks. And the tickets were just not popping like I hoped they were. And that VIP thing, I was really hoping for 50, and there was like 5 signed up. So I had to, maybe I should have holded space for it. Maybe I should have held the energy, but I felt like I needed to cancel or postpone that part of it before I was really financially out something. So I had a t-shirt gal lined up to make t-shirts on the spot. We had food, we had the venue, we had those things, but I didn't have the tickets. So for this summit, I let that go. And then the tickets still weren't popping like I needed them to. So I made the decision just to take away the price and make it free for everyone. I would rather have that, and I can work on raising money for a nonprofit at a different time. So now I'm super pleased. The tickets are finally popping off. You can still get them here even at the last minute. You can get the replay for the nights that you missed. And then, I mean, you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing all at once with that replay option. You can, watch it in chunks. You can watch what you're interested in and leave the rest. But I want curiosity. I want myself, my business. I want people to like understand what I do and what I offer and how unique it is in our area. In such a small area, there are so many cool alternative wellness businesses and people, working from home, doing these little things. So I'm so pleased with where we're at and how this summit is going, especially for first out of the gate. I'm just humble, and I'm grateful for everybody who is trying this out with me. Like, I'm absolutely that person that I'm just going to get out of the boat and try to walk on water. I'm going to learn as I go. I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm just not afraid, right? I am okay with being vulnerable, with there's been some people kind of frustrated with how my email system is shooting out the links. Well, for the most part, you just have to read the email and the directions are there. But people are they're just in a hurry. Just like slow down, just read the email. The link is in there. There is a different link for each night. And that helps us on the backside so we know who was there that night. And we're doing some giveaways. And then also, whoever spoke that night can follow up with that audience and at least know who was there. So, yes, each night there is a different link. So, what you need to do, I put a link here in the comments. That'll take you to my website. You have to register there, and then you're going to get an email with the links. And yes, when you go to get on StreamYard, you're going to have to register again to get in. That's just how it is. It's not that hard. Just type in your name, type in your email address, take a deep breath. It's okay. It's important to us to know who our audience is, for us to know who we're speaking to. And then when you get there, you're going to want to make sure you get in the comments, because by commenting, you get registered for a drawing. So when I was prepared to have 50 people at my VIP event, I bought a bunch of swag. I bought t-shirts, I bought calendars, I bought notebooks. So during the live event, we're going to be drawing names to give those items away. And then the presenters are kicking in invaluable, like priceless offers as well. So we're holding all of that until the end of the week. You'll know if you won, if you were there live. I am saying them live, but I will, at the end of the week, I will gather up all of those email addresses from whoever won, and I'll let you know what your options are. Say, like the Whispers Counseling over in Fairview, she's got an offer for you. Dr. Keller, she's got a reduced rate, like if you want to get an appointment with her. Um, Whispers has got some glass, just drinking glasses with her logo, that those we're not going to mail. You're going to have to be local if you want to get one of those. But yeah, that's turned out amazing. I love how that's going to work. So, preferably, people will stop in at Awaken Wellness and pick up their prizes. I am willing to ship, and some of the coupons and promotions, our presenters can just email you if you want to take them up on that offer. So, my battery's about dead. Please like and share our event. Go to my website. The link is in the comments here, and register and tell all your friends. Who You don't have to be in the Mondac to take the advantage of this, because everybody does work virtually. So you absolutely do not have to be from the Mondac. The presenters either are from the Mondac area or have ties here where they still have a lot of clients and still do a lot of work. So virtual, you can jump in wherever you follow me from, wherever you follow some of the presenters. So my battery's about dead. Thank you. Like, share, and I will see you live at 5.